Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. So today we're going to have a look at a map which is a rebuild of a map that was already on the workshop. I never actually reviewed the original map. I found it's a little bit bland at the first glance at screenshots. Today's map, it looks like it's been completely rebuilt from the ground up. And it doesn't look half bad. Yes, it's not the most polished map you'll ever see, but definitely worth a review. So let's show our appreciation for the creator and for this show by hitting the like button. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thanks for your support. Right, today's map is Greenspear EU by derigin. Derigin as somebody who I've not seen before, and I quite like that thumbnail as well. I like what you've done with the text, very nice. There is your start square with a highway that just goes up and ends in the roundabout. Definitely usable, of course. The resources look like this. Patches of it's nicely painted, and of course offshore oil as well. And off to the workshop. It's a mass transit map. I don't feel that it needs to be. In fact, I'm not even sure that it is. I can't even remember. We'll have a look at the roads when we get down there. West Coast is the theme we're using. I don't think we've ever used that before. The realistic 1.2 LUT is the LUT in operation. Plenty of reading to be done there as well, if you like reading, as I do with these descriptions. They're always one of these I should just read through the description and call that the show, you know. Now, I've got a couple of these plopped into sections, and they are very nice. Very nice indeed. No grumbles about these at all, apart from a tree. Now, this tree here is not a big problem. It's overhanging. It's not causing any trouble, but it does need clipping back at some point. So you can get the highway guys out there to sort that out. The ramps come down not quite level with each other. Again, it's not the world's biggest problem. They're nice and slowly smooth, and the gradients are great as well. So that's great. Do you know what else is great? All the people that have hit that big subscribe button. Now, that one on the screen will just stop the video. The one underneath the video, if you can hit that, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Right, okay, onwards along the highways, and we'll come down to another intersection. And guess what? It's the exact same one. Well, twice in one map. Why not? If it worked fine first time, why not go with it again? We're going to go left, because left is the route down to the start square. We'll go over one more little bridge here. And the bridges are actually not great. Not that the alignment here is way off with the elevated section. And then if we go down to start square, we've got a slight bit of jinky janky as we head over the bridge there. How about the bridge? Is the bridge okay? Bridge is all right. Actually, I thought it was actually dragging in the water. It's just a reflection underneath. And then we got the roundabout. A roundabout there. That's where you're going to be building. And what you're going to be building here? Well, how about one of these things? Today's asset of the day is by AliTarGz, who's one of my favourite creators of the moment. And it's Minden, Weser, Kolleg, which I mistakenly said was Hungarian in the Steam Weekly Chart show. It's actually Russian. Not Russian. It's German. It's German, according to the description. And look, it's got a really distinctive look to it, this building. I'm not sure I could use this in Duvo myself, but I'm sure a lot of you might have a use for this in your city builds. Look at the rounded doorway as well. Wow. Okay, factoid, because factoid. El Cid won a battle when he was dead. His embalmed body was strapped to a horse and sent out onto the battlefield to rally his troops at a critical moment. Well, he can't get any more dead, can he? Let's keep riding. Just shoot the horse. Oh, poor horse. Anyway, there we go. Minden, Weser, Kolleg by AliTarGz. I should have done some research to find out what that is. I'm guessing some sort of college? Maybe. I will never know. And frankly, I probably don't care. I'm never going to use it, but maybe you will. So maybe you should do the research. Sorry. Right, we got no through traffic on this anyway, because this map is a peninsula. This is the one highway that is going to handle all of your traffic, so it'll be coming in from one location. Not necessarily a big problem, but if you are looking for multiple road or rail routes, you're not going to get them because it's a peninsula. You see what that works? The land just ends, and that's it. So anyway, right down here, we've got another roundabout here, one of those, very nice. And then if we head down the hill here, could be a little bit smoother, but not horrendous there. And down towards the end of the peninsula. That's quite a nice looking map. I mean, I like the design, the land design on this one. Not sure if I'm particularly massively oversold on the terraforming. It's not bad at all, don't get me wrong. Am I sold on it? And I think, it's all right. It's okay. I know it definitely will be to some of your tastes, because it is one of those looks that some of you will just swoop in and go, yes, exactly what I'm looking for. While we're doing what we're looking for, let's have a look at, let's get down to rail level and have a look at the rail lines at this level and see what the slopes are like, because we've mentioned this when we get a realistic looking map. This map's kind of bordering on realism, I think, bordering on it, and it seems pretty level here, but you'll see there are some locations where the hills are just a little bit steeper than you'd think for a train. I hear, yes, and as it gets really quite steep, that little section there, that's the one. And then we're level again, and then we've got another incline coming up here as well. So yes, there are little areas like that. I would say if the realists won't be a big fan of those at all. Once again, doesn't affect the game at all, and if you're not that bothered about it, then don't worry about it. It's fine. But just doing my job, pointing these things out. We've got these tunnels, and they are the hideous ones, the Pits of Oblivion tunnels. Definitely not a fan of those there. Alright, let's see where the rail takes us. We're heading down towards the peninsula here. We've gone away from the start square. Bridge over there is perfectly fine. This is around here. And then we've got another tunnel, another Pit of Oblivion tunnel there. It's not quite so bad, actually. It's still not great, though. And we end up right at the intermission. That's where we end up.
Are you baffled by how YouTubers put detailing on their assets? Are you frightened that something called anarchy would break your game? Then you need the BonBonB's Beginner Guide to Anarchy. Click the information button now.
And so on to the shipping routes. And shipping routes are fine. They loop around the peninsula in a way that you could probably put down, well, where there aren't huge cliffs, you could probably put down a dock somewhere you like. A bit narrow here, narrow passage, but it does go through. And you can probably make out by the dotted blue line. We also have, is it purple line? Sorry, dotted purple line. There is also an air route there also. We do have another shipping route over here. We might as well have a little look at that as well. While we're having a look at this, I'm going to say I'm sorry I forgot to grab footage of the water flow on this particular map, but I will let you know that the rivers are working. They're working rivers. They've got okay water flow and would be fine. You get by. You would get by with water flow on this map. It's not the strongest, but it's not a fail either. So there we go. Right, so there you go. There's your map as a whole. With the peninsula, we're down. Oh, is that down at the peninsula now? Yes, we are. This is the end. We can go no further, and that's where you come in, over all the way over there. And it's an interesting shape. There's plenty of build space in the 25 tiles, all centered around this inlet where all the rivers are flowing out. We'll come down here and have a little look at the start square area there. It's good and flat. Lots of, once you've done some clearing of trees, of course, always bulldoze the trees because they always count towards your tree count and will work against you when you start doing detailing. The hills are fine. I mean, they're not to my taste, and the tree detailing on there, yeah, I'm quite happy to work with that. I think there's a good tree coverage. It's fine. It's just fine. Okay. We've got some very nice beaches. I've got to say, like the beaches, I think the beach work is very good. The underwater beach work, less good. I mean, we could do with a little bit of work going on there. But the above water beach work is excellent. It's very nice. We have an essential lighthouse. Ooh, it's essential lighthouse. How are you going to get on there without a grappling hook? Okay, yes, we have seen better placed lighthouses before, but the location's right, I think, and it's just the positioning. Now, I'll start talking about water and rivers. Here's one of those rivers, and you can see there's it's deep enough. There's enough water flow. It's not particularly wide. It wends a little bit there. That's fine. But if you have a look at the water sources here, right? It's pouring out the side of the hill there into a little pool, and then into the stream and out. We've got the same going on here, pouring out the side of the hill into the pool and the stream. What would work better would be a small lake. And the thing is, I think they know this also, because up here we follow this river up here, and it seems to be, yeah, it wends around there, and we've got a lake, a small lake up there. I think that works much better than having the water pouring out the side of the mountain. I do feel that these rivers are kind of gouged out, and it almost seems like this flows uphill for a little bit of a way. It's quite an odd looking river, that one, and I don't buy into it at all. But hey, don't care. It's up to you. Do you like it? Do you like this map? Is this a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Right, so my ratings. Aesthetically, it's okay. I don't think it really shouts out to me, but it's okay. I would love to give it a 4th star for its unique design, but I think a good 3-star is what it gets there. Detailing, it's not great, but it's not hideous. It's one of these maps that falls right into that middle section. You know, there are things that need fixing, but it's not horrendous. I'm going to give that 3 stars as well. Gameplay potential, tough one to call on this one. It's between 3 and 4 stars. I'm feeling generous. I think because the build plane is worked really well into 25 tiles, I'm going to give it the 4th star for that purpose, because there's nothing broken about it. Be nice to have extra connections, of course, but anyway. Greenspear EU by derigin, a remake of a previous map, and that is linked in the workshop description. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You won't be disappointed if you play that map. Only if you like to have highly polished maps to work on, then you might be disappointed, but that's perfectly fine, perfectly good map, and definitely playable. So anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. There's an old map on the screen now if you want to go and catch up on some fighting on something from over a year ago. And yes, of course, I am still plugging the top 100 Steam Workshop creators of the last year. Do go and check that one out. Thanks for watching.